Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot, Natty. Okay, I'll start it again. Kids always sits here getting so excited for the music that he forgets to say, g'day, welcome everybody out there in social media land and YouTube. Welcome to another week of Trackside with Kokpit, brought to you by Vasey Engineering Supplies, TWS Technical Welding Services, and our good mate 𝐒𝐿𝐿𝐤𝐚𝐿. And of course, we've added a bit of precision signs and wrap, Zane Riddick's new business, trying to give him a bit of a helping hand to get some word out for him as well. He's just someone we'd like to help out, Kins, and just, you know, if we can help people out, we help people out, mate.
100% books, you know, and I hope you all had a wonderful weekend getting your speedway fix up and down the countryside. There was a fair bit going on over the previous weekend, and it even looks extremely busy again this coming weekend. It starts on the Friday, but I hope you're all doing well. I can't believe the temperatures dropped, books. It's getting a little chilly overnight, and mate, where'd that summer go? I don't even think we had a summer. Well, no, officially into autumn, but man, she's a bit chilly.
Mate, it's like when it's hot. When it's too hot, I can't handle it because a fat man can't handle the heat. And then it gets cold, it's just as bad. There's more fat to get cold. I just can't keep up. So we need a summer. We want a summer better for all the tracks, for everybody, you know. But yeah, it has dropped a bit. I mean, on the weekend, on Monday, I think it was, there's snow on the mountains behind us in Hawke's Bay here. And it was like, wow, what's going on, you know? But hey, look, the weather guys look good this weekend for everybody. Please note that obviously Auckland got cancelled this weekend because of, I believe, there was a problem with the track more than anything. It wasn't a weather thing. My understanding is that some stuff they put on the surface wasn't the best, so they've had to redo that. So that's unfortunate, but it happens, Kins.
Oh, definitely, mate. You better jump on to the Speedway NZ Facebook page. I know you got the full details. If I bring up the image here, yep. This is what's going on. Is it this coming Friday? As we all know, the yellow ones have a more significant event than the ones in the white. So Friday, obviously, Rotorua and Nelson head through to the Saturday, Huntly, Rotorua, Palmerston North. You got down the South Island, Nelson, Greymouth, Woodford Glen, Riverside. Then on the Sunday, you've got Rosebank. So keep in touch on Speedway NZ Facebook page. You'll find out details. Yeah. Fox has got all the details.
Yeah, the details, of course. Rotorua, of course, we know it's the New Zealand Stock Car Teams Champs, which is going to be a huge event. That's both Friday and Saturday night. And, of course, at Huntly, you've got your North Island Modifieds, which be the meeting. Rotorua there again on the Saturday. That's the night 2, your finals night of your NZ Superstock teams, stock car teams. Geez, I did what you did, kids. And we'll talk to Sonja very shortly about all that. And, of course, Palmy North, well, they've got, what have they got? Palmerston has got the GP, into the Saloon, Super Saloon GP at there. And, of course, Riverside right down the bottom is South Island Sprint Cars. So that's going to be another good one. And, of course, Woodford Glen's also got Battle of the Street Stocks or State of Origin or something. State of Origin.
Yeah, State of Origin.
State of Origin Street Stocks there as well, which will, for a lot of these meetings. So if you can't make Rotorua, you can watch it on the Pits TV, of course. And, of course, the same for Woodford Glen and just Woodford Glen, Rotorua, Woodford Glen. I think two streaming parts for the Pits. But I just want to mention too for the Pits TV, if you are buying the Woodford Glen stream this weekend, you go into the draw to, it might be the Woodford Glen, it might be both. Jace might, if he's watching, might be able to confirm for me. But you'll go into the draw to win a trip to the Battle of the Stocks. All expense paid and stuff like that, I think. So we can confirm that more later. But yeah, he did ask me to mention that, so I thought I would. Because it's quite a good prize to win, Kins. But also while I'm here, we always talk about anti-bullying and a bit of etiquette involved with our speedway. And I just want to bring up something that was someone said to me, which I found to be quite disgusting, to be honest, Kins, with you. And I think some people need to take a long, hard look at themselves, at the way they act at these tracks and the way they represent themselves, I suppose. But at Palmerston North at the 248s the other week, I meant to bring this up last week, but I keep forgetting, so I'm going to do it now. But at the 248s last week, when Asher took young Jack to the wall and put him up, that happened in front of Peter Reeves' missus and kids. They were sitting in front of it when it happened. And the crowd around them decided that it was appropriate to abuse Pete's missus and kids. Wow. Where to the point is that she had to text Pete saying she was a bit scared. Could he come and get her? Now, if you're doing that and you know who you are, if you're watching in the crowd, you need to take a long, hard look at yourself, because that's one of the most disgusting things I've heard in a while. What happens on the track is with the drivers, you do not attack someone's family. You do not make it personal. And those are kids. And, and then I find out that the reason she can't wear her Rees merch when she goes there is because people attack her. And I think that's absolutely disgusting, Kinser. And I think these guys and girls, whoever you are at Palmy, you know who you were. You need to take a long, hard look at yourself, because that, in my opinion, you're below scum if you want to act like that towards someone's partner and kids, because his son attacked someone on the field, on the track, with his car that they use bumpers on. That it's supposed to happen, and you got upset about it. Well, you need to move on, or maybe not go if you get that upset about it. But yeah, I just want to say that, kids, because that really annoyed me. That I think is just the low of low.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what to add to that, Books. I really don't know what to add. It's like, they're out there doing what they're doing. They're the ones that I've always said this. They dig so deep in their pockets. They're the one that's paid. And I'll bring this up. And this is pretty well what it is. And Tracy Vincent's correct. Yeah. Just don't do that to them. Yeah. It's like, anyway, we'll move on.
So I just wanted to get that off my chest, because those people, they'll know who they are, and they need to take a look at themselves, kids. But other than that, it's all about tonight. It's all about celebrating our 1, 2, 3 and Z Super Saloons, but also getting us excited and getting ourselves pumped up for the Makita New Zealand Stock Car Teams Champs at Toolshed Paradise Valley Speedway. I think I got all that right then, kids. I don't normally get it all right like that, but yes, Sonja, she'll tell me if I got it wrong, but it's the first time I think I've done it without getting my tongue tied. So there you go.
Well done. Top of the class.
There you go. Hey, just to elaborate on what Books just briefly mentioned, some of the stuff that we are privy to see in the crowd, Sonja, you've been around in the game for so long, I think there's definitely not a place for that kind of stuff when it's especially the family that are watching their own out there racing. They just don't need it. And I don't know how you stop it or prevent it, but man, some of it's just unbearable.
Yeah. I think things are getting worse. I've been pretty lucky, but I've been on the back end of one incident that by a driver that you really should know better, and it wasn't very pretty, and it basically put an end to stands racing because we didn't need that crap anymore. So we've all been there, done that, and that's back in 2010. So kind of nothing new. Been there.
Yeah.
Don't know how to stop it. Have no answers for it.
No, we've been running our campaign for a couple of seasons now, and we were hoping it was working. But But anyway, I think the best thing to do is to celebrate what we've got on this weekend. I think is because it's exciting, very exciting for you guys here at Paradise Valley.
Well, it is exciting, and apparently we're going to have fine weather, so that's even more exciting.
Yeah, but you do feel for the previous event. We were just talking quickly off air for those young ones, and you felt for them as well, the MIP. It's just one of those things, especially for the 16-year-olds that are aging out. But on the brighter night, we'll keep a positive, like Book said. We've got some fine weather. You'll be excited. And how good is it to have a sponsor like Makita on board?
Oh, Makita are great, and big thanks to John White from the Toolshed, who, he came on board with the with the naming rights for the track, and he was involved last year with the Makita because it's all through them that it's come together. So yeah, and it's great, and they're a great company to deal with. Both the tool shed and Makita, they've been brilliant. We've got a whole lot of new signs and things this year, so it's going to be all quite exciting this year.
We're not letting Stan buy any tickets to win tools, are we? He doesn't need any more. You already won the last trailer load.
He won. I tell you what, though. Whoever wins it, and these tools are better. They're the top of the range ones. These ones are big 40-volt ones. But my God, those tools are amazing. We have used some of the kids got some of them, but yeah. He is a convert to the electric lawnmower, I can tell you that.
Whoa, hey.
Hey, wow. Would never saw that one coming. But ahead of the event, but ahead of the event coming up Friday and then, of course, Saturday, and you'll be proud of your Rascals team, what they've achieved, and there'll be a bit of pressure put on the team, but everyone's under the same boat, I would guess. So many teams from down the south, around the North Island, it's all up for grabs.
It is, and I've typed the names up a couple of times with the various adverts and things like that, and there's some really good teams in there. I mean, whoever wins it is going to have earned it, because there's some real good names in those teams. From down the South Island, everything. All the teams are good this year. It's they've been amazing. It's really, really amazing. Yeah, sorry, my computer's bringing them here. Yeah,
that's right. But you're right there, Sonja, when you take a look at the caliber of drivers that are coming through, their teams already, a lot of them, the machinery is just outstanding, and they put a lot into it, because obviously we're not doing the teams build up as people are used to. This week, definitely not, because it's about them concentrating on their machines, getting ready to travel up. They've got their crew to sort it, they've got their family to sort it, so we leave them alone this week, especially the week of the teams, considering you got today, tomorrow, and then they're into Friday. So it's the reason why I've got Sonja to join us. But when you take a look at the caliber, what's coming to the track, Sonja, this is just going to be an awesome night on the Friday.
Yeah, and hopefully the ferries are all up and going again. There was a bit of a glitch at the start of the week, but hopefully that's all. Hopefully that's all going, because I've got the 3 South Island teams, and the Crushers have got a particularly good team, but they all are, but it could go south. You never know.
Oh, look, I looked at the teams, and I think to myself, wow, this has got to be one of the stronger ones that we've seen in a while, I think, based on each team. And I don't think you can count anybody out, to be perfectly fair, because there's always a little bit of luck that can happen in team racing, or bad luck. And I don't think there's anybody we can count out, Sonja.
No, the Gladiators strong too, of course, because, they are real strong. But it doesn't necessarily mean to say you win it, because there is a certain amount of luck in it. You just have to have one of those nights where nothing falls into place. You can have the best names on the track or it just doesn't gel, it doesn't fit together, and things just go wrong at the wrong time, Things fall off when it's not meant to. And there is a certain amount of luck. I mean, there's a lot of skill as well, but there is a certain amount of luck as well with it. So... but good luck to them all, and I take my hat off to all those guys that go out there and put their bodies on the line for it. It's and just for us to watch and be entertained. It's brilliant.
yeah, that's it. They put a lot on the line, that's right. And your own little dad's army there's been working flat out at the track, getting it all sorted.
They have been clever little lads. They are my dad's army. They've been busy up there as always, and they. We were being prepared for most of the year because we've had some big meets, but there always seems to be something to do. We had a tree fall down and one thing or another, so they've always got something on the go up there.
Oh, definitely. Hey, just for those teams that arrive in, those 13 teams I see released on the page, I'll just share this. So for those who are going to get familiar when they arrive to the track, this is pretty well how you're going to be based as teams when you head into the Pitster Park up as well. It's all put in the right place and everything will be pretty tidy and ready to go. So if you haven't yet seen it, just jump on the Facebook page, download it, and you'll be prepared when you get there. It's well presented there, Sonja.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the teams have got plenty of room this year. They can spread out a bit. The Rascals had a big space last year, but this year we've allocated a lot more space to everybody so they can spread out. They just, hopefully they don't sort of go too far. But we've opened it up. We're opened it up so they can have a bit more room.
And are you what classes are you running on the first night, or is it just all teams racing?
All teams racing. Every race, every night. Every race is a teams race.
Oh, wow. So there's no support classes at all.
No support classes at all.
Wow, that's a speedway person's dream, and that Kins, eh? Yeah, people are going to be flocking to go to their seat bums trackside for that one. Wow, that's something you don't hear of.
No, don't know when you're going to get your hot dogs. To be fair, the second tier championship that we've come up with this year is all teams racing as well. So yeah. It's going to be good.
It's going to be teams heaven Friday and Saturday. You won't get a chance to go and get a hot dog if you want to watch every single teams race. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's unheard of. That poor wall. Oh, I feel sorry for that wall, Sonja. It's going to get hammered.
Oh, don't tell me.
Wow.
TT's all right. It's brand new.
For the Friday night it is. Wow. Well, there you go. If you didn't realise that.
That shocked me. I'm quite, now I'm upset that I can't go.
Bugger.
I'm actually a bit upset because I've been hanging out to catch up with all the team at Rotorua, because they've always been so good to us, because, Stan and Rod and Sonja and all the team, they just, also, Pete up the top there, where we normally park beside, he messaged me of the season, said, "Are you coming up?" I said, "I hope to, but at some stage." But it hasn't worked out that way there yet. And I have missed Rotorua, to be perfectly fair with you, this year, Sonja. I've missed not being there.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people have, because it's been raining every ruddy meeting. So.
It's the going early and catching up and seeing people and see what happens behind the scenes, because a lot of people don't get to see just how much work is done, especially the build up to this weekend. There'd be huge amounts of work done by you and your whole team, Sonja.
Yeah, there has been a lot done behind the scenes, and we've got a nice little show set to go for the start of the second night with the national anthem, and got Tiana Hunter, which is Darcy Hunter Jr.'s singing. So we're going to have a live national anthem with her. She sang it at the New Zealand Superstock Champs here a few years ago, and she's going to sing again for us, and she's got the most amazing voice. So that's something that we're looking forward to. And we've got the mayor and Lani's going to be there for Speedway New Zealand. So we've got a little bit going on there. It should be a good show.
Oh, chair. I know the mayor lady. I like that comment there by Ammz, who put up. He is going to join us with the latest updates on the Speedo Excellence points, but later on. And his little comment there, Box brought it up there, but every race is a team's race. Damn, I'm going to piss my pants now. He won't go to the. He won't be able to go to the
because he's going to be up on the camera, probably, isn't he? No breaks for him. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Is there anything else that we need to let any of the people who are travelling to the track need to know? Anything you need to get out, Sonja?
Yeah, there is. Like all good things, it's not the weather this time, but then I just got notification tonight that Fulton Hogan are deciding to seal the bottom end of Clayton Road on Saturday.
No.
So
roadworks.
So if you're coming into Rotorua, I will speak with them tomorrow, but that's probably good luck with that, Sonja. So my suggestion is that anybody that can go up Sunset Road or come in Pukehangi end, if they do that, because Clayton Road at this stage is going to have some sealing being done down the bottom end of it. So, if you're thinking you're going to go one way or another, go Sunset or Pukehangi or Malfoy, one of those other roads up to the track, because you might get held up in roadworks.
There you go. You heard it here tonight. There's other alternatives, so you're being well in advance, and don't forget to, I'm guessing too, wherever you may be travelling, there will be roadworks. There seem to be roadwork everywhere you go these days. And I just seen on the news tonight as well, the police are going to set up mobile cameras on the roadworks because people aren't sticking to the 30 and the 50s. They're breaking it. They're going to put those trailer cameras up there, and some of those road cones go on forever at 30 kilometres an hour. You've got to have a good constitution to stay at 30. I know. Yep. Yeah. I can confess I don't sometimes. I swear it.
sometimes.
I swear it. Bloody hell, my one screen. Watch out, slow the hell down. Anyway, I can honestly say, yeah, I'm one of those. Sonja, thank you for joining us to jump on board.
No.
Look, we wish you all the best.
Yeah,
wish you all the best on Friday and Saturday.
It should be an excellent meeting. The stage is set. We're just gonna, put the show on now.
Yeah, definitely. And for those who aren't really noticed what it is, you've seen it every. It's been all on the social media. There's a bit of a look into it. You're going to be in teams heaven. That's the whole draw for the first night, and then they will spread themselves out for more teams racing on the Saturday. Wicked.
Yeah.
Have fun.
All good. Cool. We'll do. We'll catch you boys later.
Thanks,
Bye.
Sonja.
Bye.
See ya. Kins, I'm telling you, all teams racing for 2 nights, and it's only teams racing. How freaking awesome is that? That's just going to be out the gate good.
Wait, 2 nights of teams racing. That,
With
like I said,
no hot dog fillers, no support class. I love it. I think that's just wow. It's going to be on. It's going to be on. But I tell you what, it's good that they can do that with so many teams.
Yeah.
Because you still got to give the teams time to repair, I suppose, and that's what having so many teams does. It gives you that time for each team to get ready for their second race.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is awesome.
Oh, what I might do, Books, you should go set a table up and sell those shiwi things for the ladies. Is that what they call them? Is that what they call them? I
don't know where that came from, mate. What you been using one?
No, you should know. I don't use one of those blighty things. Is that what they call one?
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, we'll get back to the Super Saloons, mate.
Yeah, that sort of went off track a wee bit there, didn't it?
Hey, a big weekend, Howard, and obviously been 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐿, big support of that, and we enjoyed last Thursday with the build-up at the club rooms. Thank you to yourself, Books and Regan, to everyone else, and all of the drivers that joined us out at the club rooms. That was a awesome night, actually. It was good to be in the club rooms doing a build-up show like that. It's been some time since I've done something like that. It ran smooth, and we thank each and one of you for all of the wonderful comments for that to happen. So, Books, thank you on behalf of all the viewers.
Mike sitting in with me and helping us out. That was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, he was brilliant. So, I have booked a ticket to go to Rarotonga, so, Mike, you can take over my place.
There he is. Oh, just like that, kids didn't even introduce you, just brought you straight in. So here we are, 3 and 10. Mark Osborne, how are you, mate? Oh, can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Mark? You muted yourself. Unmute yourself, mate. Oh, yeah.
Can you hear
us? Yeah, I can hear you. Go get Ashton,
he
mate.
He can't hear us.
Oh.
He might because he muted it.
How do I get that to go?
He might have to exit out and come back. Hang on, I'll message him.
All right, you do that. I'll just bring him down. Can you hear us?
Come back in.
No, okay, I'll bring him down. Well, I'll keep talking for a little bit as well. Look, I've got the official program here, and that's thanks to my good mate, Mark. Brilliant program, good reading in there as well. There's just so much and a lot of history. And actually, Jason Hill, 𝐒𝐚𝐤𝐚𝐿, who's got all the information. Take a look at what he's done. He breaks it right down, the whole history of every driver. And some of these drivers, what they've achieved, what year they've achieved, and how close they are on taking, the multiple wins as a Super Saloon driver. There is a lot of history there. Let's try and bring our new 3NZ back in. Mark, how, mate? Oh, you want to mute yourself? Oh, hold on.
Unmute your microphone.
There we go.
Talk. Yep,
that's
perfect.
one.
I pushed that before, but it didn't do anything.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know why when you mute it, you have to exit out and come. It's just it's an iPhone thing, mate.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, congratulations, mate, back on the podium again, eh?
Yeah, good. Yeah, not the one we were chasing, but I am still pretty happy with another number. But yeah.
But I mean, the other thing too, like I spoke to you at the beginning of Friday night there, when you come off the Grand Parade, mate, and Ashton didn't quite get where you probably wanted, where he wanted to be, but you must be able to reflect now on that you've done the New Zealand champs with your son and the Super Saloons, and it's an experience that you'll never forget.
Yeah, that's right. He was chomping to get into it, and he had a good car all weekend. He drove well all weekend, and just unlucky to tangle with Harding when Harding come off the wall. But he said his car felt good, so it would have been interesting to see how far he had got through, because his little motor would have suited like the track like that. And so, but yeah, have to wait another year, I suppose. But
when was the last time you had the number on the car, Mark? What, you've been 3, 2, 1? I guess about 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah, this car here. Well, its first meeting was the New Zealand champs in Cromwell. So it hasn't had my normal number on it, other than when we obviously raced in Cromwell. So yeah, it's had a had a 3, a 1, and a 3. So yeah, it's just part of the furniture. Yeah, that's bloody good car. It's one of those cars which is sort of I'm in hurry if I want to sell it, because it's me and the car have gelled well. But it's actually build number 16 too, which is
wow,
pretty
wow.
cool. Yeah.
That's quite a few in such a pretty short space of time when you think about it, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we've done, I think we're up to about 25, 26 now. So, yeah, but yeah, this one's probably one of our older ones. Yeah.
You've had a lot of your crew, the same crew with you for a long time too, haven't you, Mark? Like Tiny, how important is he to your crew? I mean, I watched Tiny when I first went down and hung out with Fluffy, and he was helping Fluffy back in the day, and he's just a knowledge of absolute full of knowledge, isn't he?
Yeah. We've been together for a long time. Since my Superstock days when I moved here, he was part of the 3NZ when I got 3NZ in the Superstock, and he's been part of our team. Now he works for me, so he's been a part of my team since then, and yeah, now he works for me, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, someone I know in the team as well, Gaga. He's been around for how long? Has he been along next to you?
Yeah, we've been mates for a very long time actually as well, and he's a good bugger. Yeah, nothing's a problem to Gaga. He's hosts us all the time, and yeah, he's a good dude. I'm pretty lucky to have I got Vaughan and Bruce in the background there. He's my major sponsor actually. So that's Dual Force. So he's helped me for quite a few years now, and he come on board this year as our major sponsor, which is awesome.
How much of a difference? Oh, sorry, kids.
No, the camera. No, I'm just going to say that photo. I'm trying to think. Is it your team or one of the photos where one of the guys' heads just about comes down? Is it your team?
Yeah, that's actually funny. You look at that photo. It takes a while to glimpse. That was old Matt Adams. Yeah, and cardboard. So, yeah,
is that what it was?
Just about got his little polony out. So,
How important is it, and how much does it help you when you're racing to have a team like that around you that you've had for so long, when everything's gelling? Does it make your life, give you a little bit of advantage, do you think, out there on the track, having a good team behind you?
Oh, it definitely does. Yeah, you don't really have to second guess anything. We've all got our jobs. Both me and Ashton rip in and get stuff done as well, or make the calls what we need done. And they don't second guess. They just rip in and do it for us. But or if they need hands, we get in as well. But that's the good thing about building them, I suppose. Both me and Ashton, we're a big part of our own changes and what we're doing with our own cars. So it's pretty good.
Well, I saw that actually, Kins, on the second night. Sorry, I hit the wrong button there. On the second night, Ashton was first out on the track, and of course it wasn't the same track as they had the Friday night, and I stand there waiting by Mark as they came in, and he was Ashton straight over, come over and told you, like, if it's got side bite, the track, and that's a huge part too, having 2-car team in it that helps you determine when he's out there first. And it should have seen the amount of changes that were going on after the first race.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, well, we just feed off each other. It's good like that when we're not in the same group. We can give each other, bit of insight to what the track's doing. But no, it's good. Ashton's pretty good. He's understanding the cars and what the tracks are like too, which is real good. Yeah.
What I like about Mark and his family, it's a real family sport because the daughter races too as well. How far before she jumps behind what you're building? Your son's in one, obviously. How far before the girl's behind the wheel of one?
Not sure, actually. Yeah, she's not too sure where she's going to hit after the mini stocks. She's got one more year. Oh, she's February next year, and then she'll be out of the minis. So we'll give that a big birthday in the off season and give her a good nudge next year. And I don't know. There's talk of a saloon, but not sure. Not sure what we'll do. Might get her a streetie. Might get her a streetie or something. So, yeah.
It's pretty rough in the South Island, though. The streeties, mate, shivers.
Yeah, so not sure, but yeah, hopefully we can keep her involved. But we'll just see what happens. But
yeah. So the 3NZ on the car, mate?
No, I haven't got it yet. Andrew, AWS, is just designed it yesterday. So 𝐒𝐿𝐿 Signs is going to whip that up and send it down the next day or two. So we'll get it on there. So yeah.
So there's the same 𝐒𝐿𝐿𝐤𝐚, you know, the same people he's used for years. I mean,
yep.
AWS.
Stay loyal to everyone that's helped me out. So,
yeah.
Andrew's been with me. I'm probably one of his first customers, to be honest. But just when he was a young fella, and he come on board, and he's done all my stuff ever since. So.
I don't know if you can see this, but Dylan Ashton, Mark said he was the Hawkeye 6th car for 𝐿𝐤𝐚𝐤𝐿. Is that true?
Who said that?
Dylan Ashton.
Yeah, that's what he reckoned. I said, nah, I'm out. I'm good.
What's next for you, Mark? What's your next racing on the agenda for yourself and your son?
Well, we're running here at Battle of Stocks next weekend.
Okay.
It was going to be a 2-nighter. It sounds like it might be just one now. And then we got our South Island and Daryl Ainsley next the weekend after in Cromwell. And then we might have Easter. We're not sure on Easter yet. And then pretty much winding down now. So, yeah, not much happening down this end. So,
yeah, it is kind of that books. You know, we're in March now, and then it's only basically April. Might be a track, might get one sneak in there around early May or something like that, or there may be Queen's birthday or King's birthday weekend events. But it is winding up when you think about it.
It is. Yeah, our workload's pretty big here at the moment, so it's kind of probably good that it's ending, and then we can rip into some work. So,
Yeah, well, when I talked to a few of the Saloon boys, there was a couple of them I think said they were getting new stealths in the saloon. So you've obviously got a few on coming through. But what was you happy with the track on Friday, Saturday? I thought they did really well with the track surface.
Yeah, it was good. Obviously went for a bit of a ride with Mike Mack around the track beforehand on Friday, and a few tips from him. But he's doing a bloody good job there. That track was it was a bit wet for our first one, but we all persevered and not too much damage. But yeah, it was good both days. We had there was passing, nothing worse when there's not passing. So we were 2 or 3 wide at some times. So it's always good than following each other. So yeah. But no, I think
a couple of times when I saw 3 wide coming out of 4, and I was like, "Holy shit, what's going on?" And but everybody went through, and it was good. I was like, and you sort of hold your breath, eh? You're like, oh yeah, that got through.
Yeah, I was holding my breath a couple of times while we made it. So,
it's quite ironic you say that, Books. You sit there and as a spectator, you do that. But imagine being behind the wheel like these guys. I know it's like, I don't know.
My first 2 races, I struggled actually. I couldn't. It was that muddy. I pulled all my tear-offs off at once in both heats. I struggled in the first one, and then the second race, I must have been early race. Pulled the whole lot off. So I was trying to wipe my visor, and I couldn't see. It made it worse. So I put the visor up, and then I got mud inside my visor. So I had no vision at all, and I was trying to lift the visor, close the visor just to see, but I was tempted to pull in. I couldn't see at all. I was tempted to pull in, and so I could just see myself bloody putting it in the fence. But and then I passed 2 cars, and then I was like, shit, better stay here. And then I passed another 2 cars, ended up 3rd from the back. So I was like, shit, that was lucky I stayed out there. So yeah.
That's what people don't realise, eh? Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, but it was crazy. I tried to clean it with my glove, and my glove was muddy. It was just getting worse. I was like, I was pretty frustrated, to be honest. But
So obviously you got the Cardwell 3NZ hoodie on there, mate. You got any 3NZ stuff coming out for you to replicate what you achieved last weekend?
I haven't organised that yet, but no doubt Andrew will whip something up for us. But we've only just recently got our 1NZ stuff out there. It's a bit late now, but yeah.
That's what someone said. They said that their new ones are out of date now.
Yeah, but I'll try and get Andrew on the case early and see if we can get some 3NZ merch out there. So
yeah. We're just talking to Chris Cowling just before we started the show, and he can't believe how the little toy model cars have been a hit around the tracks. You know, just selling like hotcakes, eh? Yeah.
I bought 4 or 5 boxes off them at one stage and thought, I'll just see if they can go. And fuck, I think about quarter of an hour I'd sold the whole lot, and I was like, man, I'm not doing this. Yeah, so I left it up to Caitlin to sort out. It's like, they're too much admin for me. But
Nice.
That's selling well. I think.
They're pretty cool.
That's what people wanted for a while, haven't they? Like it's and they go by themselves, so you can pull them back and let them take off. Yeah.
Well, they're $50 too. They're $50. I bought a couple down at the square in Palmy, you know. And
did you?
Yeah. They're sitting on my computer up there. Yeah. I grabbed the 76. I didn't get this one. There was a 76 there and the 8's up there. Or Cardwell's card. Yeah. So I bought a few of them. I turned around, turned back, and looked back. Oh shit! The rest are gone. I was like, oh. But yeah, they're popular.
Yeah. Good one.
All right, mate. Hey, any last words, Mark, before you let you go, mate?
No, not really. Just thanks to all my sponsors and my supporters, and everyone that's following us around the country. Do what we do.
Keep entertaining the fans, mate, and good luck and all the best for the future, eh?
Yep, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, congrats on the 3. 2 visits to New Zealand champs at Meeanee. You got a number both times, so that's not a bad track for you, is it?
Yeah, no, I don't really have a bogey track. If I have a bogey track, I normally go back until it's not a bogey track. So yeah.
There you go.
Gotta love it. Perseverance. Gotta love it, mate. Thanks, Mark. Catch up with you later, eh?
All right. Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. His consistency is always there, isn't it, Mr. Osborne? He's
Jeff Kite. Is Booker going to make the commentary race with Dickens? I don't know, mate. We'll have to get Mark on. Oh, North Island Modifieds on Sunday.
This weekend.
Yeah. I've been teasing everyone on the microphone in the commentary box that Jeff's got a modified. He's going to show Brad Lane how to actually do it there. He's going to show Brad. I've been mouthing off about it, mate. You know me. I'm just giving him shit, eh? That's fun. And it's a big congratulations. Back to it. And the name Flynn, pretty well synonymous with Meeanee Speedway for many decades. 33 years this man's been racing. And, you know, when you think about it, he's been on the podium a few times and he's made the fans very, very happy on the home track as well. He walked away with a 2NZ. I would guess would have been an interesting race if there's a few more laps to go. Steve Flynn joins us right now. Congratulations, Steve.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah, it was a hell of a race, I tell you. He come from nowhere. They came all the way back from, I got your starting grid sent to me the other day because I wanted to have that stat. Why did I not keep that? Oh, you started in 7th and came back to 2nd in the final where everybody was sort of at their peaks. Your car just really came forward, didn't it? Came to fruition for you.
Yeah, well, just sort of starting back that far, you know, after I had that DNF on night 1, I sort of just got going in that feature and thought, man, my car's actually really good here on the bottom. So, yeah, all the other guys were just kind of getting out of the way, running up the top and leaving the door open. So, it was bloody good.
Yeah, everybody was up top. You stayed down low. It was very impressive. But, I mean, I think the rain couldn't have come at a better time for you guys, though, could it, on the Friday?
Oh, 100%. I was standing there watching one of the other races and it was raining and I was thinking, man, I wish that would just piss down. No, that's not really good for everyone else, but we actually both needed it for both our cars. As Grant's took a fair bit of damage too in his second heat, so neither of us would have been out for the third heat. So, yeah, we were pretty lucky when it rained.
Did you know that 𝐭𝐚 had to go back and replace a motor overnight and then gets 2NZ?
Yeah, I did see that. I saw the updates on the good old social media and I thought to myself, if there's someone that's had a bit of luck on his side and they came at the right time, it's this gentleman here because, there's no coming back when you have some of those issues in any classes in any motorsport these days, you know, but sometimes it works in your favour, sometimes it doesn't. But for you, mate, yeah, for what you've achieved, it was kind of a blessing, most probably, I would guess.
Yeah, for sure. And we were, I guess, just lucky, you know, was at our home track and could go back to our own shop and you know, had the spare car sitting there to burgle the motor out of. And
so, bit of a long night, early hours Sunday morning for you, mate. So, make sure you get up before the sunrise.
Yeah. Oh, after the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, very late night. I'm still getting over the hangover all week. So, yeah, got a bit longer as you get older. It was a good night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I've heard a lot of stories from a few people from around here because I'm Hawke's Bay as well. So, and yeah, it's they said it was good, like the old days of Meeanee. But it just sounds like the whole event just really went off, to be fair. I mean, it was, everybody seemed to enjoy themselves. I must take my hat off to Kins. When I'm doing my interviews, I have the headset from Jason at the pits, and I can hear the officials in my ear as well. And I want to take my hat off to the officials as well, Steve, because he was even like in the last heats before whoever's qualified, like the repecharges, though we had 2 from each repecharge go through. And at the end of it, he said, these 2 go through. He said, oh, to the rest of your drivers, thank you. It's been a pleasure, you know, refereeing you guys. Thanks for coming. And just thanked all the drivers. He did that on both nights for both final heats. And I just thought that was really good. And did you find his communication with you guys was pretty good, Steve? I thought it was outstanding myself.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was really good. Nice and clear too. You could hear him well over the radios, which, you know, a lot of times you can't. It's crackly as. And yeah, that was another aspect that was really good. Everything was just so well organised, and you know, obviously they had a bit of a hiccup with the weather doing what it did, but that didn't seem to, you know, cause them really any problems. They just adapted and moved on, and yeah, it was really, really well run meeting.
And that weather didn't seem to affect the drivers either, did it? I mean, like sometimes you get a rain off and they come back the next day, and sometimes the drivers can lose a bit of that enthusiasm and get a bit, but it just didn't seem to show. Everybody the next day just seemed as excited as they were the night before.
Yeah, well, I think probably because, you know, we got 2 rounds in and really only got, you know, everyone sort of only missed out on 1 race that night. So it was just, you know, like going back for night 2 anyway and just continuing on. So, but yeah, no, you're right.
I just popped up a quick question from Philip, and you know, we talked about that engine change and that. Do you have to go for a process with the S&Z to get that verified, or is it just take it out of the car, drop it in, off you go again?
When I went for scrutineering the second night, I asked the scrutineer whether I needed to change it on my CVI.
Oh, yeah.
And he said no. Because in our class, we don't actually, the engines aren't sealed anyway. So you just basically designate what size engine you've got on your CVI, and that determines your weight. And the motor I put in was a smaller cubic inch anyway. So I was always going to be well over the weight limit anyway. So, yeah, it wasn't a problem. Just means Grant's engine's got seals on it now. So we'll get my other one back in there. That one left to wait and get ticked at some point, I suppose.
Yeah. Have you got the 2NZ on the car yet, mate?
I've dropped all the panels off at the sign riders today, so yeah, he's working on that to get some new ones done by the weekend. So
who's doing that for you?
Our sign rider that we've used, he's been on our crew, team for like 30 odd years, signing it up.
Dino.
Dino, yeah. So yeah, he just wanted to put a whole new wrap on, but I was like, you know, they're only just new panels, you know, just do some.
I'll tell you what impressed me too is young Jacob. He was driving really well. He just got caught up in some bad luck, didn't he? But he was like in those qualified, he was up top, really making use of that outside line more than most.
Yeah, definitely. He was on a pretty good run. It was a shame he got caught up in that bit of a crash in the last heat race for him. Otherwise, I think he probably would have been starting on like 3 or something. But yeah, no, he's, you know, for a limited amount of time that he's been doing it, he's pedaling it really well.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a star at the moment on the good old social media platforms with the car around the outside line. It's just everywhere on the good old TikTok. That's these young ones these days. He's everywhere.
Yeah, no, for sure. It certainly makes for good viewing. We all like to run that high line and pass cars on the outside when we can.
Yeah. It's a bloody
Mate,
good meeting.
I think I think just the whole meeting was just a great success. I'm really happy with the way Meeanee handled it. The drivers were great. Everybody I spoke to in the pits was welcoming and wanted to talk to me. And there was no driver I went up to and said, "Can we have a yak?" and said no. Where other times you do get that occasionally, but for that class, everybody just seemed to be very welcoming, and that obviously showed through to the club rooms that night. Is it always sort of like that with your class? Do you find, Steve, everybody sort of gets along and has a bit? I mean, there's obviously your race car drivers. You're still going to have make it an instant and go, "Oh yeah, bloody," but it's is it brushed off pretty quick?
Yeah, most of the time, we're all pretty good friends. We've all been racing together a long time, and things go on the track, and you're a bit pissed at the time, but it doesn't change anything. You might as well just get on with it and have a laugh, beers, and it was just a really good night in the club rooms. It was like we were talking about on Thursday there about the old days in Gisborne and stuff. And
yes,
it was just real positive vibes, and we had a good laugh at the prize giving. Cracked a few jokes.
Yeah, I hear you started that, didn't you? The banter with that one.
Yeah, it was good times, man, and just made for a really good night. And I had so many people just genuinely happy, about the way the whole weekend went. So it was awesome.
Awesome. Hey, you touched on Gisborne, no doubt, when you spoke of books on the Tuesday night. Darren Latwood put a question into the chat. Have you driven your car around Nelson Track, and how have you found that?
Yeah, that's where I actually won my first NZ1 back in 2011. Yeah, to be honest, that's probably the only time I've actually had any success there. Any other time I've been there, I've been pretty happy. But quite small in that big sweeping bend. But like Mark said, I don't really have any bogey tracks either. You you've been doing it this long, you kind of go to those places enough that you usually find your way around there pretty well. And
find your groove, you get into it, and do the racing out on the track, and then catch up with each other after all in the club rooms and enjoy yourself. And there's this bit of a photo here where you're up there doing your little speech. These amazing trophies. Look at that. The emotions on your face pretty well sums up how much that meant for you getting on the podium, and especially on your home track as well, eh?
Yeah, for sure. And we're we haven't invested the big money like a lot of these other guys are doing with these new late models and that. And I'm just still running the trusty old Steed from forever, and just still put it up on the podium there. It was pretty cool, especially with what we had to go through to get there. It was pretty awesome.
Can you see the comments on the screen? Oh, hang on.
Can you see it?
Kids must have. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Hang on, kids, let me get it. There you go. Can you see that from Cara?
Yeah, I look healthier today than I did on Sunday. Yeah. Be on Sunday.
And you got to bring back the fluoro colour, the fluoro yellow, she reckons.
Oh, no, Mark and Chris have got that now, so we can't really use that anymore. We had our 10 years of that.
Yeah.
Has there been any thoughts about maybe bringing back the old another series similar to the BK series or anything like that in the North Island?
Might be the Popeye series.
Popeye series, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people sort of talk about it, but it was just I think Grant sort of found it hard because Grant was pretty much the organizer of that. Just getting the competitors to commit to it is pretty hard. And, if you haven't got the sort of the top guys all doing it, it's not as good a show as what it could be. So let people that want to travel all the time. I don't know that it would really happen again, and it's a lot of work. We're trying to run, just run our race team with 3 cars, and it's pretty hard work, let alone all that organising that had to be done as well. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, it did really bring that saloon class to life, though, didn't it? For a while there, it was. I mean, I remember going to all the BK series of events, 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐾𝐚s and yourself probably too. It was something you knew it was on. You thought, yep, I've got to go, because it was the top guys, everybody, all your top drivers. So I say Steve's right with that, I suppose. Try to get all your top guys to want to travel and do a series.
You always got the best of the best, and you knew what you're going to get. It was going to be well worth it because they would always turn up. But now in today's climate, I'm guessing they just got to make a living, make sure the business is ticking over and everything that's associated. There's a lot more behind the scenes. Like Steve said, our 3-car team now, but there's also the other part, their busy work lives and everything like that, and just can't pack up and go here, there, and everywhere. And dare I say it, Mother Nature has kind of had a bit of a doubt on a lot of these things these days. And when you commit them to this and you ask them, you do all the work behind it, you get to the event and boom, it opens up. And then it's like, oh my God, shit's just hit the fan here. Now we've all got to head off. And it's a tough gig. It's a tough one,
Yeah, and you get a lot of, tracks that put out a pretty busy schedule. And, for instance, they might schedule 10 meetings with super saloons, and then all the guys are going to want to stay there and run all their meetings there, so straight away you've lost a bunch of the cars that you kind of count on. So and you can understand the tracks don't want their competitors to be going elsewhere every week. Well, so it's sort of it works both ways.
It's a tough one. Mate, anyone else you want to say thanks before we let you go?
Yeah, just to my crew and that, I already thanked them all the other night, but for all the hard work they do, and certainly couldn't do it without the team, and everybody in the team sort of has their own different little roles, and we just get it done. So yeah, big thanks to all them.
Awesome, mate. Well, once again, on behalf of everyone, congratulations on the 2NZ with what you had to go through, the ordeal, and like you say, you really gave it to some of the bigger late model cars, and your car just keeps going. You and your brother out there and the young fella as well, but you represent the Bay proud, and you've got a 2NZ on the car. And again, the Flynn name continues on with another podium etched into the history of the name, eh?
Yep, it's pretty good to get back up there. It's been 10 years since I've been up on the podium, so to get back up on there, pretty cool.
Cool, mate.
I don't think you need to get another podium in that, though, do you? You might not be able to handle the next day after the celebration, Steve, as it gets on.
I think I've learned to, how much to party afterwards.
Well, congratulations, mate. I'm super. Everyone knows on here I'm biased as when it comes to Meeanee, so I was absolutely stoked and jumping up and down like a lunatic at the side there in front of the com box. So well done, and thanks for joining us, mate. Enjoy the moment.
Yeah, thanks for that, guys. I do just want to say a big thanks to the Meeanee Club for all the they put in to that event. They've been planning for a long time and seemed like they had everything well thought out. And Mike Mack done a hell of a job on that track. I'd sort of been a little bit skeptical, thinking it was going to be really dry and black, which it did go dry and black at the end. But it's always kind of going to do that. And they did a really good job, and I think it's a meeting to be very proud of.
Definitely. Well done. Take care, mate, and rest up, eh?
Okay, cheers, guys.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers.
The reality of it is, when you take a look at this championship and you take a look in the program, the caliber of drivers that came to the track with the machinery, just to get to where he got to get the 2NZ in a car that's been around for a long time, a lot different to what we all notice today's models with super saloons. And when you think with the pressure of Mark Osborne from the 1 down to 3, and then, of course, the track actually recognise 5NZ and 4NZ in some sense, because they all got some beautiful trophies. But just to get through in the caliber of super saloons, and you've got a good class of super stock drivers coming through now. You've got youngsters coming through into the class who have no fear. Man, just to get through and get on the podium, let alone qualify and get through the reprecharge, it's a tough gig. It's tough. And
the big takeaway for me too, Kins, is I haven't heard a negative comment about the whole weekend at Meeanee. So It was a very special event that was run well. The drivers went well. Everybody finished happy. Everyone went home happy. And that's a great part of having a meeting like that, is that you get to hear that and see that. And yeah, I'm super proud as a Hawke's Bay boy, mate, I tell you. But
all right,
without any further ado, I think we need to bring him in. I mean, it was there's the picture. Look, Mr. Chris Cowling, 1NZ Super Saloon. Let's bring him in there, Kins, and we got him. There he is. Hey, how's it?
Good, gents.
how are you?
Yeah, pretty good. A lot better than I was on the weekend. On Sunday anyway. So.
Well, you know, I suppose you've heard it so often since the flag dropped on Saturday night. Congratulations. You've heard that word so much. It's all over the social media. It's everywhere, mate. And wow, what can you say? You know, you're back on there on top of it. Above, obviously, Steve Flynn and Mark Osborne. And, mate, you done it again, eh?
Yeah. No, it's the amount of messages and support from everyone is it's been huge. So yeah, it's a pretty neat deal. Yeah, if you take those two guys alone, there's 6 New Zealand championships, you know, between the two of them. So it's no easy feat beating them, and yeah, be on top. You pretty much need to be perfect for the weekend, and you have your little moments. But yeah, I think we just the championship worked out really well, and I mean, starting next to Mark on the front row was probably the ultimate test. And it was a bit nerve-wracking there when we had 3 restarts, but I think I got 2 of them and he had 1 of them. So yeah, I was happy with the last one. And I think we both kind of had the same mindset. If he gets in front, it's going to be hard. And if I get in front of him, it makes it hard. So, but yeah, love racing with those boys. It's the class, like you say, it's in a good place at the moment. There's a lot of new blood coming through. And then, you know, the guys transferring from other classes as well. It's really at a good point.
Yeah, it was like deja vu all over again, Box, you know, because 12 months ago, Bay Park at his home track, it was those same 2 guys on the front again battling now, but the result was different. It's just reversed around, but Mark dropped back another spot, obviously. But yeah, it was just like, here we go again. And Jason Gutteridge, the Pits TV, don't forget he's got a lot of streams going on this weekend. Now he wants, where'd it go? There it is. Can I get a refund on my 2NZ shirt? No longer any good.
I would block him, actually. Maybe just that's an easy fix.
Hey, look, on that, because when you guys lined up, when you and Mark lined up beside each other, I think I spoke to you, and the pits was about, do you get to choose inside outside line, because you were unsure as well when we first spoke, but you obviously did get to choose. And you get the first hit, you're out, you're gone. You think, yes, I've done it. I'm out front first. We get a yellow. You go again. Mark gets the lead on you. What are you thinking?
You got to be confident, but I know it was going to be tough too. So 20 laps, it's probably a shorter feature. You know, like 25, even 25 from 20, the track changes so much in 5 laps, and then if it went to 30, it would have been different again. But yeah, I don't know. Like he would have been quick on that high line, so I would have had to been searching around the track to try and find some other pace elsewhere. So, when
that yellow came out, mate, was there a bit of a fist pump for that third yellow?
I wasn't so much to say a fist pump, but I was like, oh, don't screw this up again. Don't give him another chance. And he actually got the jump on me on the third restart, but there's probably enough time there for that grease to go off, that shiny bit to go off the top of the track, that I could hammer it down a little bit earlier. So, yeah, he raced me clean coming off the corner there, you know, through 1 and 2, and just had enough room to go around the outside of him on 2. So that was good fun. I was kind of holding my breath a little bit, but yeah, we got it done.
You said Look, he said the word shiny. This pretty well sums it all up.
There's Jason.
And there's another one there too.
It's ridiculous.
You got that one. Sorry, there it is. Yeah,
Regan jumped in.
Yeah, the bald guys, eh?
Yeah. I got that same head shine as Regan. He gave me some stuff on the weekend. So,
well, let's talk about that, because we had Regan on the show as part of the build-up, alongside Mike Wilson joining books in the club rooms last Thursday. The track done an amazing job around the build-up to this event. You know, if not one of their biggest events on the calendar for this season. But they done a stellar job. I think everything we've heard so far today, Books, has been positive. What's your take on it, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely. Just I think each year the bar gets raised as far as championships. Bay Park last year did a fantastic job, and the track surface there was phenomenal as well. And this year, I feel like Napier have just raised that bar again. Not only, the track surface. I mean, everyone was questioning that. What's it going to do? And like everyone has said, Mike Mack and the team it was perfect. And that little bit of grease on the Friday night, with the rain, just probably held it enough. And then come Saturday, I mean, I was a little bit skeptical as well. Those first couple of heat races were one laned on the bottom, but Mark showed there was a high line, and then after that it was 2 wide, so which was
nice.
2 or 3 wide, which was perfect. It's what everyone wants to see is passing ultimately, and just the whole, even Dan's input, Monty for the sponsorship, what he's done, and Michelle, what she was able to do. Oh, sorry, Melissa, what she was able to do. Regan in the club, everyone, had their input. That put together a fantastic weekend.
But Jace isn't going away, mate. Jason isn't going away. I don't know if you can see this, Chris, but he's got a good question here for you. How many features have you lost this year? Be easier to figure that out, but how many have you won? Because you've had an unreal season.
I think we've done 13 and I've won 10, so it's pretty up there.
Wow, that's not bad stats, Kins. That's yeah. It wasn't. When in that final heat, could you feel, or did you know that Steve was coming? Because no mirrors, or you were so focused.
Nah, the only time I would know was like if I could see a nose down below, but I wasn't. I didn't see it at any point, so I figured that the top line was working. In the back of my mind, I was like, I don't know if the bottom's going to come in or not, but I figured the momentum off of 2 was really good. 3 and 4 was way bit more tricky, and watching the video afterwards, I think 1 and 2 was better for me, and then 3 and 4 was better for Steve, so it kind of evened out. And I was looking at lap times, and they were very similar, so I think we were good. And I might have had, if someone poked the nose underneath, I might have had to try a little 5% harder or something like that. I might have had that, who knows, but luckily it didn't get to that point, and we were able to keep a clean set of heels.
Is the Grand Slam coming this Saturday night? So are you racing this Saturday in Palmy?
Yeah, we'll head down there and do that. I don't know. You go into each of these weekends, just no matter what form you're in, it's I just keep taking it as an individual night. So we'll just do our best, see how we get through. Wellington for the North Islands, we had a flat tire in the first heat race and still somehow managed to pull that one off. So it's not without adversity, some of these meetings. We even had a flat tire, right rear going down in the first heat race on Saturday night, so that didn't help. But we managed to nurse that one through, and the rest of it, it was the second heat race. I think there was a melee in front of me, and Steve ended up spinning me, so I was on the picks pretty hard to try and avoid him. And you have all these moments, and it's either going to work for you or it's not. I don't know. Like I never go into these meetings thinking I'm 100% won. Like you can go in there confident, but just not cocky about it. So just take it as it is.
Yeah, I like how you say that. Sorry, go Books.
I was just going to say. So after a meeting, like you said you watched the footage. Do you go back and watch the footage of your race and stuff like that to sort of like debrief yourself on how things went, or is it just enjoy the moment, or is it sort of like using it to debrief and see how you went?
I definitely enjoy watching it just to see how everything was, right? Like try and work out what could have been better there, or we were lacking this. So, the drive home on Sunday was painful, and then I was like, I'll go to bed early because everyone was pretty tired. And then I ended up getting the stream, and then I stayed up till midnight. So I ended up watching the whole night just to see, I was that interested to see how it unfolded, see what happened to Mark, where were they at the end, and how was Steve coming through, and what was going on with the rest of the boys. So I love watching that, seeing how it all unfolds and seeing where we stack up against them. So you learn from all those footage, and even with Blake Speedway, what he puts up with the heat races and his footage for the feature. It's really it's quite insightful and helpful, to be honest with you.
100%.
It's a bit like the stock cars and super stock guys who watch that in-car footage and stuff of teams racing to help themselves get better. That's why I wondered if you watch it and just you can learn from things you see that, like, I could have done this better, or I could have done that different, but then again, if you go to another track, it's sort of out the window, isn't it? Because every track's different of how you approach it.
Yeah, 100%. But you can take some similarities, like what the track conditions are, and be like, all right, I was lacking this at that time, or it looked like I could be better here. So there's some crossovers with it, but yeah, each track's individual, and you're never going to get the same track conditions at the same place. Yeah, it's always going to be different because it's dirt. So that's what it is.
I like how you answer that too, because you're open-minded. You're always there to learn and negotiate what others do, and you watch video footages. You would think the amount of times you've been on the podium over the recent few years. I can't remember the last time you had your proper number on the car, but when you think about what you do in regards to watching the footage, that just says you keep learning. That's how you keep a good skill as a driver. And you would think most have been on the podium like you have, Chris. You just about think, well, I've got it. I'm sussed on the man. Once you get that big head in there, it's going to be over before you know it. But I like your philosophy, how you watch it to learn. And I think that's a great way for young ones to go into any class of speedway. Once you get in there, use the access and the ability of accessing some of this footage, because that's how you will build yourself as a better driver. That's how I see it.
Yeah, 100%. And you talk about the mindset of like, yeah, I could, with all the victories we've had, you could get way too cocky for it,
Yes.
but I think the sport is a way of keeping you very humble.
Yes.
I mean, there's been a couple of times this year, we've struggled, and it's been like scratching our heads, and it's like, what are we doing wrong? So, as much as it's rewarding, it's very humbling at the same time. And I found early on in my career, if I got a little bit too cocky, I'd end up crashing or something like that. So I think I learned early on, just be humble about it, just take it each race as it is. Everyone has got an equal chance of winning when we turn up, to be honest with you, because they're there. So you're never the favorite. As much as people like to say, oh, you've got this in the bag, it's never like that. And I hate hearing that. I reckon that's the worst.
It's Speedway. That's not.
So it's just like, nah. It's everyone's got an equal opportunity. Something could have gone wrong. We could have missed the setup. If that race had been 5 laps more, who knows if Steve might have got us. And if we had another caution, how that might have changed things. So it was just, we did the right things at the right time, and it worked out. So we'll take the next one as a whole complete new beginning and try again.
Yeah. Hey, Ed Dickinson got a question there. Do you prefer these 1 race titles or 3 race format? What do you prefer?
I mean,
well, I suppose everyone's in the same boat, aren't they, really?
Yeah, exactly. I think you probably have more chance of making a comeback in the 1 race final. Like if you have a flat tire or something, you still can get through the river charge, start off the back of that 1 race final, and then drive your way forward. Whereas in the points deal, if you have a bad race, that's it, you're done. But then I understand too, the points deal, that might, some generation of the crowd enjoy that, whereas another generation enjoy this new format. So I don't know, pros and cons either way, whatever works. I think at the end of the day, the cream rises to the top no matter what. So
I think it's the constant discussion over those 2 formats. I mean, I talk about it all the time too. I don't think either way you go, you'll have some that are happy with it and some that aren't. So, it's just the way it is. I mean, we just deal with what we have on the night or the weekend for that championship meeting, and we get behind it, I suppose, is the best way to do it. But how special... Oh, sorry. How special was it? Like we see that picture behind Kinser I put up there of Dad coming on and giving you the big hug. I mean, that was a pretty good moment for yourself, was it?
Yeah, 100%. He's my go-to. Or has been for a long time, So it's a neat deal with Dad, and I think we both kind of realized what was in front of us before that feature, and it's kind of one of those things we can look at each other and just know his words spoken, but we kind of both know, what needs to be done. He's just as competitive as I am, and and for both Steve and myself, he's been there all along, and he's a big part of this picture, and we love doing it with him. And it's a neat time to share with him. We've been doing it for a wee while now, from early days of him racing and we were crewing to flip the coin now, and now we're in the driver's seat. So, and he's very experienced, and we love having him in our corner. And that was a special moment. It always is with him. So.
Yeah, they live it. The family lives it, 𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐼𝐶. It's there, and the name will stay around for a long time. And this is a good question, actually. The pressure on you to perform, your expectations. Does that play on your mind sometimes, when people realize it? And I'll use this as a quote too, when they know Chris Cowling's going to turn up. It's like, oh, hell, How does that play on your mindset, you're saying you're going to the big GP and everyone's kind of thinking, but like you said, you address it. Everyone's in the same boat. Anything can happen, eh?
100%, yeah. And I don't know. Early on, I think it was the first New Zealand title I won. I didn't know. I can honestly say I didn't know how to handle the pressure then. I struggled after that title. I think I was a bit young to kind of understand really what it was all about. I guess I put the expectation on myself that I had the one on the car and everyone was going to look at me, and then I had to be, at the front, be seen to be at the front. And I screwed up a little bit actually with that one, and didn't really have probably a real successful time after grabbing the 1NZ. But I think from that I learned a lot. I don't put any expectation on myself like everyone else says it, but like I say, my mindset is everyone's got the same chance that when we turn up to a racetrack. So it's funny though, because I'll finish third or something, and people will just be like, "What was wrong?" And I'm just like, man, I'm like, third is pretty good. Like even second or third, like, on the podium is not bad. But like you say, the expectation is up there. But it's just like, come on, guys. Like, if I call that a bad night, I'm like, I'm allowed it every now and again, So,
yeah, of course you are. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You are human after all. It's like whatever happens on the track happens on the track. If it doesn't go to plan, well, I gave it my all. You were up there, and unfortunately, this bloody American was going around the outside here on the Palmerston North, and this young kid called George Crawford come through before anyone knew it, and he got in bloody second.
And
then a Cowling car is that, with the help. So that's just racing. That's how it goes on any given night on the track. And it's, it's interesting how people.
It was funny that night, because we finished, I think we were running second and we finished fifth, and everyone's like, what happened? What went wrong? And I was just like, just messed up. We didn't get it right. Everyone else did better. So this is what it is. We'll move on.
Oh, Matt reckons he's still feeling it from the car park feature.
Hey, good man.
We're bloody. So I'm guessing you're going to be rolling out with all the merch and stuff, and we're talking off here about those little car model stuff and everything that the fans bought at Palmy there. You're going to have the new 1NZ stuff working on that, and everyone be busy stickering all of that up. Just keep an eye on the Facebook page.
Yeah, I think we need to organise something. I really need to organise some crew shirts as well. We haven't done that probably for about 4 or 5 years, so they're looking a bit ragged. But we'll try and put some stuff together. I think Caitlin will have some ideas around that, so she's pretty good with that side of things and looks after it for me. So we'll get something out there anyway.
Awesome.
Some Yankees screen here what Jason's put.
You see that, Chris?
Oh, sorry, I lost you there.
Oh, okay.
Did you not see the screen there? What Jason put up on the screen there?
Oh, yeah. Little Pete. Yeah. It would have been interesting. It would have been fun, I tell you. So he would have been another one in the mix, no doubt about it. He was a talented wee peddler, and sorely missed on the track. So, it would have been good. I would have enjoyed it.
Well,
do you
mate,
do any of the sim stuff, mate? Or do you just, you don't have a sim or doing that sim stuff?
Nah, I suck at that, so I stay off it.
That's a typical answer, right? Very, very few who are good at the pointy end of the real thing get into the simulation stuff. Have a go at it and go, nah, that's just not me. I was crap. I was just crap. Yeah, the expectation.
I'm the older generation now, so.
Well, I'll tell you what, next time you're in Meeanee, you better give me a yell and we'll put you on my sim here with the VR. It's like being in it and give you a go that way. It's a little bit different to the standard. Look at the screen and do it.
I know that the one kid, George Crawford's sharp at it. I know he's good at the late model stuff and iRacing. He's sharp on that stuff. He's actually a pro. He's a pro on it, mate, that kid.
Yeah, we've actually got
making some good coin out of it. I know that.
Yeah. We've actually got a late model Super Saloon late model series coming up on our Kokpit page soon, starting, sponsored by the Pits TV, actually. Sim Racing, the I-Series. So, keep our lookout for that team. We'll have that coming up soon.
Are you guys any good at it?
Oh, I'm okay. The young fellas are going to be better than me. They got quicker reactions, Chris,
Fair enough.
But I don't do too bad. And Kinser is going to commentate the series, actually. So we're going to stream the series to people out there. Jason from the Pit wants to sponsor the series. So it's the American late model. So we'll do it on American tracks. They're actually quite fun to drive, to be fair.
I reckon get Jace on one. That'll be good.
I've told him.
There you go.
I've told him. He reckons he was good. Once he's finished this season, he reckons he can get himself a sim and come out some racing with us.
Don't let him talk himself out of it.
Yeah. Mate, we better let you go because we still got to bring Ammz in to get through the awards. Is there any other final words you want to say, Chris, before you wrap it up?
Just like thank you to everyone. That made the weekend. Napier, the club. Obviously, I've got a band of supporters in behind us too, and some awesome sponsors. That keep us afloat and keep us going. And there's a lot of people that I haven't really mentioned, but I just want to say a big thank you to everyone. Keeps the wheels turning here, and it's a big operation, but it's a lot of fun too. So we enjoy it, and it's very grateful for all the help.
All right, true champion. That sums it up. Congratulations, Chris, a true champion. Awesome, mate. And that pretty well sums up what a lot of people think of you, mate. So wish you all the best in Palmerston North. Hope it all goes well and for the rest of the season. And you take care, mate. Once again, thank you on behalf of everyone watching the show for joining us. And congrats again on another 1NZ.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
I sit here think books about this, and I remember his dad racing in the New Zealand team. You mentioned Chris, Steve, Mark, who was four? Was it Damien Orr or was it Cardwell, Craig, and then imagine those five, and then the five. Imagine those five together taking on an invitation. I know hindsight it would be a good thing, but the cost of getting an Aussie team over here and you travel around the track, that might be a bit more achievable than a big BK series again. But anyway, just food for thought. Dreams are free, and I didn't win the millions of dollars of lotto to make it happen, so it would be bloody cool.
Absolutely. Oh well, let's wrap the show up with our man who's here to talk about got the
hangy on. I love it. It's hangy hot Ammz, hangy stones hot Ammz.
I'll tell you what, boys, pull my pants down and huckle my berries, but I don't think I was actually going to get on the show tonight.
Yeah, watch yourself. We don't want to ban you like we have to at last person.
Yeah. I just think we're so engrossed. Even myself was just so engrossed about listening to Chris talk before. I mean, boys, what an interview there was. I appreciate you guys getting him on the show. And, congratulations to Chris Cowling there taking out the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship at Meeanee on the weekend. But, man, you just couldn't help but feel engrossed and hearing what he was talking about. He's talking about stuff from a driver's perspective of, awesome questions to be asking him as well. And then likewise to Steve and Mark Osborne as well, also making the podium. And I didn't quite get a chance to watch the racing or a live stream as such, but from what I did see on the weekend, boys, looked like a bloody top show, and I'm sure, Books, you'll be able to back me up on that one. And I did hear your voice chime through a couple of times through the 30-minute preview on the Pits TV there. So, good racing all around, boys. And I think we were treated to another weekend of awesome speedway racing around Aotearoa, New Zealand.
There, bro. We'll get into it, Let's get into the Only Ammz Speedway Awards of Excellence. Where do you want to start, my bro?
We'll start as always with the sprint cars, but I just wanted to elaborate quickly on something we had. I know we had Sonja earlier on in the telecast, and she went on about every race is a team's race, boys. Did I hear that? Did I hear that? Every race is a team's race this weekend. I mean, boys, just once again pull my pants down and huckle my berries, but I think quite a few of us in the stands in the crowd are going to be pissing our pants, man, because there's just no hot dog classes or no hot chips classes. I'll probably call it no hangi classes, but boys, it's, the events like these coming up this weekend is the ones that we look forward to the most. And myself personally, I'm looking forward to getting up to Paradise Valley Raceway this weekend, working alongside the Can-Do Fishing Crushers on the social media side of things. So I look forward to getting up there and helping those guys out. But man, there's some awesome team lineups for this weekend, and not to mention the fixtures that we have for qualifying on Friday night. I'm looking forward to capturing all the action along with all the race fans that are heading there as well. But we will get into the Pokeno Auto Centre Speedway Awards of Excellence. We will kick off with the 𝐒𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 medalist for sprint cars, please, Kins, if you're able to bring that up. Finding himself as a new leader after the weekend, Jacob McIntyre moves up into the top spot on 77. Jonathan Allard, who's been demoted one spot down. He was quite the leader for quite some time there, lads, for the last several weeks, to be honest. Zach Sokol there in third, Joel Myers Jr. Obviously, we know he's gone back to the US of A. Konarangi there as well, Rodney Wood, Matthew Leathersidge, Caleb Montgomery, Daniel Thomas, and Gus Dawson rounding out the top 10 for the 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 medalists for sprint car racing excellence. Kins, maybe bring up the Peter Rees medalist. Oh, sorry, no, the Tony Cardwell medalist for super sling racing excellence. And
wrong one. There we go.
No, you're right. You're good. Stretch four fingers lead after winning the New Zealand. Sorry, I forgot to change his number. He's not 2NZ, so I think I have to line up with Jason getting new merch as well. But I got myself good on that one. But Chris Cowling, despite the wrong number there, 136 points. Man, he's quite clear of the competition after winning the New Zealand title on the weekend gone. Brian Flynn there in second, Steve Flynn in third as well. He had an awesome drive there, riding down on the pole line, boys. It was awesome to listen to him earlier in the telecast as well. Mark Osborne, the only mover, +1 over his son Ashton Osborne there in fifth. Damien Orr, George Crawford, as we've been talking about all season, he's been doing marvellous things, the young man. Thomas Stanaway, Craig Cardwell, and Jacob Flynn rounding out the top 10 for the Tony Cardwell medalist for Super Saloon Racing Excellence. Moving on now to the Peter Rees Medalist Award for Stock Car Racing Excellence, still finding himself as the leader on top for the meantime. Daniel Burmeister, the leader there, 1 point clear of Clinton Cheatham. No doubt the 𝐒𝐚𝐤𝐿𝐿𝐿 bells will be ringing loud and proud there in Mooley Land for that one. He climbs one spot ahead of Harley Robb, who we know he's had a fantastic season so far as well, boys. The 2NZ driver there. Sam Wright moves down a couple of spots there in fourth. Josh Mulcahy rounding out the top 5. Caleb Ireland, as we saw the other weekend, he went back-to-back and winning the New Zealand Stock Car Championship here at Kokpit Speedway. Jack Rarity moves, probably the biggest mover there, +5 from outside the top 10 to move inside there. Troy Cleveland, Rebecca Barr, and Will Pilcher, also new to the top 10 for the Peter Rees medalists for Stock Car Racing Excellence. Moving on now to the Roger Bertram Modified medalists, brought to you by Pokeno Auto Centre. Big thank you once again to Brett Parsons, coming on board to support that initiative. And, well, as I said, I'll say it one more time, boys, pull my pants down and huckle my berries. But that's as surprising as you might be, boys. But it's not often that, over the last couple of years we've been doing this. But Brad Lane, man, he's been demoted from the top spot for the meantime. 𝐒𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 winning the New Zealand Modified Grand Prix at Waikato Park on the weekend. And as such, boys, he moves back into the top spot ahead of Brad Lane in second. Jason Kalin, Cody Hutter, Brett Parsons, Luke Keegan, Aidan Crawford, Kane Botherway, Caleb Brooks, lads, all of those drivers right there. No changes other than points changes. And the new entry to the top 10 is Sam Keeling in the 199H modified there. Good to see the young lady doing so well. Moving on now to our last segment of the evening. It is the Shane Penn medalist for Superstock Racing Excellence, and I'm sure Kim will be able to back me up on this one, but he had a perfect three race wins from 3 race starts on the weekend at the Waikato Superstock Championship here. I'm pretty sure this might be the second time he's won there. I know he was on track to win it last year, and if indeed that would have happened, he would have gone for the 3-peat, but wasn't to be. But hey, great to see him back on the top step of the podium once again. But he stretched fourth his lead there, 123 points, boys. It's quite a few hauling. You probably go back last week. I know I wasn't on the show, but the rest of the guys in the top 10 had actually been reeling him in. But I say that's a foregone conclusion right now. But here's your leader for the meantime. Dale Robertson in second, Jaden Ward in third there. Moving up a couple of spots, there's Cody McKee, Scott Tennant, Hamish Booker, Zane Dykstra, another big mover there. William Humphreys is still in touch. Ross Horse Ashby is still in touch as well. No doubt Books will be happy about that one. And Alex Hill moving from outside the top 10 to get inside there on +3. And that is the top 10 for the Shane Penn medalist. Superstock Racing Excellence. Kins were able to bring up the last one. It is the Speed Teams Echelons update before this weekend. As we know, it's the New Zealand Stock Car Teams Championships at the Paradise Valley Raceway, and this is the latest update from so far as we head into this weekend, and it's it's a foregone conclusion so far, boys. Waikato Raiders, by virtue of doing most of the teams races before this weekend, 10 teams races in total for 8 wins, 2 losses, points differential of 13, and a total points haul so far of 16. But boys, as we had seen over the last couple of years with this point standing thing, anything can happen. There's still a long way to go just yet. And after this weekend, I'm sure you can expect the major switch up of the points and the standings along the way, boys. But that's me for another weekend. Thank you for having me on board once again. I know it's been a couple of weeks, but by virtue, I know you guys been busy getting a lot of the other guests on board, and just trying to reiterate and remind myself, I'm only a support part to this to the show here. But once again, a big thank you for having me on board when you guys do have me on the show. And look forward to getting back up to Rotorua this weekend for the New Zealand Stock Car Teams Championships. And race fans, wherever you're heading to catch your Speedway fix this weekend, safe travels. And if you are heading to Rotorua, look forward to seeing you there. Don't be shy to come say hi. Just don't come and abuse me, otherwise we are off to a bad start. But to all our drivers as well, best of luck for this weekend, especially the teams guys. We appreciate you guys putting your cars and bodies on the line for our entertainment pleasure. And to all our other drivers are skidding in all the other classes at whatever tracks you guys are racing at, man, best of luck. Go out there, have fun, do your sponsors and your whānau proud team, and we'll see you again next week.
Wonderful, bro. Always a pleasure. And thank you for doing all your mahi too, because that's got to be recognised. There's a lot of work that goes into collating the points of the classes up and down the country. Look, it's been a massive night. We caught up with Sonja. You're going to be enjoying yourself Friday, Saturday. Teams action for both nights. There's no support classes. I'll be over at Huntly commentating alongside with Gabe, the North Island Modified champs. But to anyone who's travelling around with you going to some of the big titles, be safe out there and enjoy. And thanks to the 3NZ of Mark Osborne, the 2NZ of Steve Flynn, and the 1NZ of Chris Cowling, plus our mate 𝐒𝐿𝐷. Books, that's a wrap, I'd say.
Absolutely, yeah. Can't thank the guests enough for coming on and joining us. And and if you're traveling this weekend, be safe. Remember, if you can't get your backside, trackside, the Pits TV have the courage for you for the Battle of the Street Stocks in Woodford Glen. And don't forget, buying that stream puts you into the draw to win a trip to the Battle of the Stocks next year, I think it is, from memory. And then all expenses paid type thing. So, look at that for that. And of course, the Pits TV for your teams, stock car teams this weekend as well. So, on that note, thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining us again. We hope you enjoyed the show. From us, kids, it's good night.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight.
Give it the hoot, Nanny.